Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining. I've got some news today that is really, I believe, anti-consumer on a number of different fronts, basically three news stories that I wanted to discuss today. But first, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps to give me some increased tools, some increased content creator tools that will help make this channel even better. So if you could, please subscribe, like this video, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos coming up. In any event, I wanted to start off with General Motors. General Motors and the Environmental Defense Fund have teamed up to push the Environmental Protection Agency for more stringent requirements on the auto industry. And so anyway, the headlines are kind of this. General Motors and the Environmental Defense Fund say they want to speed up the transition towards an electric vehicle future. The two entities issued a joint statement pushing for an accelerated timetable from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. General Motors and the nonprofit environmental advocacy group say they want the EPA to set standards requiring at least half of new vehicle sales involve those without tailpipe emissions by 2030, cutting the greenhouse gas emissions by 60% for the 2030 model year compared to the 2021 model year for light-duty vehicles. Now, this is troubling when they say that they want to cut greenhouse gases. That mainly is carbon dioxide, which is what we exhale. We've discussed this numerous times. It's not the black soot that used to come out of tailpipes and smokestacks from factories and so forth. It's carbon dioxide. Further, the group cited numerous shared principles related to the request for enhanced standards. And those include a desire for science-based emissions reductions reflecting the availability of zero-emitting vehicle technology, according to the news release. Now, I don't see how General Motors and the Environmental Defense Fund can have shared principles. They are two totally different, they have two totally different philosophies. General Motors, you would think, would be advocating things that would make it better for the auto industry and more specifically for the auto consumer. And when they say that they want to share principles with the Environmental Defense Fund, there's got to be a reason for that. What is the reason? I have looked and scoured the internet for even some opinion pieces on why General Motors would be doing this, and I really haven't seen it. So it's not something that's really been talked about much, but this is not pro-consumer. The consumer should have the option to purchase an electric vehicle and the option to purchase a gas vehicle, because as we've discussed, gas vehicles are practically ZEVs, practically zero-emitting vehicles, zero-emission vehicles, rather, compared to what they were in the late 60s, early 70s, when Los Angeles had smog days very frequently in the summertime because of smokestack industries and because of tailpipe emissions from cars. Those emissions were pollution. It wasn't just carbon dioxide. These days, cars are so clean compared to the old vehicles. So we consumers should have a choice to purchase gas vehicles as well as electric vehicles. It should be a market-based decision that the auto industry uses, not something that is based on government mandates. And again, there are reasons, there have got to be reasons, profitability-wise, why General Motors is going against the consumer and for these requirements to make them more stringent against the auto industry. So again, it's something that's in their interest, not in the consumer's interest. So again, that's troubling. Number two, Toyota Motor Corporation has just announced that they will change the engine on the three-row Toyota Highlander, which is a very popular crossover vehicle, an SUV. And starting in the 2023 model year, they're going to go from the naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6, which is a great engine, very smooth, very powerful engine, to a turbocharged inline-4 to improve its emissions. Now, this is not good for the consumer because it's not really going to change the EPA mileage of the vehicle as far as what the car gets mileage-wise. As a matter of fact, it says that the engine will not impact Highlander's current EPA estimated 25 mile per gallon combined for gasoline models and 36 mile per gallon combined for hybrids. But Toyota says the result will be a 50% reduction in nitrogen oxide emissions and improved carbon dioxide emissions. Again, carbon dioxide emissions, not pollution, the same stuff we exhale. So the new turbocharged 2.4 liter inline is rated at 265 horsepower as opposed to the V6 rating of 295 horsepower. For those who've driven all different kinds of vehicles, the V6 is a very smooth, powerful engine. It has a very linear power when you step on the gas, whereas the four-cylinder is a lot buzzier, it's noisier, and the power is not linear. You step on the gas, and at first there's a little bit of a lag, and then when the turbo kicks in, then it really takes off. So again, this is not good for the consumer. But again, it's thanks to the EPA, thanks to government regulations, making it worse for consumers. The third thing I want to discuss, as we are racing towards electric vehicles, especially mandated electric vehicles, the California Air Resources Board, or C.A.R.B as they are known, which are unelected bureaucrats in California, have unanimously voted to approve a proposal that would eliminate the sale of that's natural gas-powered furnaces and water heating appliances by 2030 in homes. So if you want to replace a furnace that's natural gas or a water heater, once 2030 hits and beyond, you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to have to buy electric heating. You're going to have to buy an electric water heater. And next up, they're going to do the same with natural gas-powered stoves and ovens. And of course, for those who really enjoy cooking with gas as opposed to electric, that's not going to be an option moving forward. Now, natural gas is one of the best forms of energy, especially for home heating and for appliances. It's very efficient. It's very cost effective. It's one of the cheapest forms of energy as well. And it's one of the cleanest. Very clean, very efficient is natural gas. But California, again, wants to go away from that because it's a, quote, fossil fuel, and they want to go to electric appliances. Just to give you some stats, California can pipe natural gas directly to homes and to low nitrogen oxide furnaces, which are 97% efficient. So it's converting the gas to 97% heat. I mean, you can't get much more efficient than that, which means very low emissions from the homes as well, and very cheap, great energy to heat your home. But instead, even natural gas powered power plants are way less efficient than having it piped directly to homes. The combustion turbines that natural gas powered power plants are using convert 20 to 30% of the natural gas to electricity. So they're 20 to 30% efficient. Then they've got to transmit that electricity through power lines to homes, which again loses efficiency as well. So it's very inefficient. But again, C.A.R.B, California Air Resources Board, wants to get everybody dependent on the grid. And then, of course, they want to shut off those gas-powered power plants in the future and use, quote, green energy, which is even way less efficient than that. Green energy, again, as I mentioned, being solar-powered and wind-powered power plants. So, again, this is very anti-consumer. And then once you're on electric power furnaces and electric powered gas heaters and electric powered water heaters, you're paying way more money than you'll be paying when you're on natural gas. But again, California is going away from that. So as they are also mandating by 2035 that new vehicles must be electric, so now our new homes, they're going to be all electric. Right now, we already have brownouts in California, and we have days in the summertime when California is saying, don't charge your electric cars between 4 and 8 o'clock at night So and that's probably going to get even worse as we bring more electric cars online and more homes that are all electric. This is a recipe for disaster. And once again, here we go. So as we rush towards electric vehicles, we're going to have a big problem powering those vehicles in states such as California and other states that are also going for the California standards. In addition to that, electric rates are going through the roof. They already are the highest in the nation in California and in many other states. Massachusetts is another state. Virginia is looking to increase their power rates by 25% shortly. So this is not good for the consumer. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining. And again, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and like this video. It definitely helps. We'll see you next time. Take care.